Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fourth, fourth or fifth episode. Yeah, fourth or fifth. I don't know. Yeah, the fourth episode of the Channel X E3 special. This is the PC E3 wrap up. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, all right. So it took a while to finally get this, and I finally got all the notes down. I had to push I had to push the PC video um back a few back a few because of the fact that I didn't get all the notes jotted down and everything like that, and it was too much time constraining and everything, and I was very busy on top of that. So again, I apologize, but nonetheless, here we are finally doing the PC briefing before Thursday's episode, which is going to be a doozy. We got a huge episode on coming up on Thursday, so I'm actually looking forward to it. It's the big four, so it's a it's a four it's a it's a it's a fatal four way of develop gaming developers: EA, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and Bethesda. So um, definitely looking forward to for those and everything like that. So but tonight this is all about PC. Um, this is the second time I'm actually doing this, so this is going to be very interesting. Now it is kind of kind of weird that I have a Black Ops 3 background and everything, in spite of our history, as we all know what went down there. So I'm not gonna get into that. And but anyways, we're here, and but don't worry, I'm not gonna play any games because I do mean when I said that I'm not gonna play any Call of Duty game. Um, so this is the PC briefing, and it was a big one. It was a huge show, over 2 hours, and so it was the PC gaming show, which is they have that every year and every year at E3. This is like their fourth one, I believe, fourth or fifth one. I forgot which one. Um, Feel free to correct me for all you PC fans out there. Um, but I am glad to include this to my E3 special because everybody was saying in the past, it's like, why don't you cover PC? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But this year I'm accommodating everybody. So, and when I mean everybody, it's like nobody's getting left out. So, so everybody's invited. So, including EA. So any briefings that was going on, that's what I'm doing. So I got to go back. It's like I'm going to be extremely busy tomorrow because before I turn on the cameras, I got to go back and watch Square's briefing and Ubisoft's briefing, and then I'm all set. So pretty much after that, that's when the cameras are going on. Anywho, um, I'm going to try to run down this list as quickly as possible to not take up too much time. First game they showed off though was Satisfactory, which looks pretty good. A nice Minecraft-esque um, game. It looks really really good. Um, they show these are all trailers that they showed for every game that I'm announcing. They showed off every trailer. Oh, sorry about that. Um, but yeah, Satisfactory looks really really good, and definitely a must pick up for all you simulation fans out there. Neo Cab looks really interesting as well too. That was the next game they showed off. actually looking pretty interesting. Um, Next they showed off, you know, battle royale game type of games now. I guess now is the genre is a genre. Um, I guess we can thank Fortnite for that. um, but yeah, but here's another um for battle royale, and it's Mavericks Proving Grounds. So that it looks pretty interesting. It looks really good. Then they came out with the Forgotten City. Then they showed off a trailer to Forgotten City. Interesting. Star Control Origins. Nice simulator. Looks really good. Archangel Hellfire. Very interesting. Very interesting to say the least. Um, the Sinking City. Interesting title. Then they showed off a couple of DLCs. One for Warframe, which is coming, which is probably already be out right now. As along with Killing Floor 2, they brought back the on the Killing Floor 2, they brought back the summer carnival like they did last year, with some new stuff. So it looks really interesting. Um, so those are already out right now for all you Warframe and Killing Floor 2 fans out there. Um, Next game on the list is Man Eater. They showed off Man Eater. Looks pretty good. You get to play as a shark. Um, and it looks actually really good. Let's just hope it's not like a Jaws disaster. Because they did something similar like that, and it's called Jaws. Um, I'm not really to be honest with you, I'm not really a fan of ocean type games. I'm not really a fan with them. You know, the first game I ever played was Dolphin for the Atari 2600, and that's going way back. Um, and for those of you who don't know, I'm not a big fan. I am not a big fan of Echo the Dolphin. I can't stand that game. That game, I totally cannot stand that game. I really cannot. I literally hate it. And then anything with like aquatic characters, I don't like. Especially Octodad, even though it didn't take place in the water, it should have been buried at sea. Just saying. Oh, oh. But nonetheless, Maneater does look pretty good. You get to play as a shark, and you're going around eating people and everything like that, and level up and everything. So it's like a ocean-based RPG. Um, Bravery Network Online. That one actually looks pretty good. Morning Star, they showed off. Pretty interesting. Overwhelm was actually uh, was actually pretty cool. Then they showed off Jurassic. Then they showed off Jurassic World and what's already expected. For those of you who are already playing it, it's already out now. Stormland they showed off next. It was pretty interesting. Nightcall was also next on the list. Sable. I actually like the visuals in this game. It was nice and artsy. I really like games like that, and Sable does look really interesting. I have to admit. Um, Star Citizen. That one actually looks pretty good. And then they showed off Genesis Alpha 1, which is another simulator. It actually looks pretty decent. Um, then they showed off a trailer for Don't Starve Hamlet. It's I believe it's a new DLC for that one. I forgot to put down the trailer, but that's okay. You weren't supposed to know that. I forgot to jot it down in my notes. Just Cause 4 they showed off. So they're really pushing this game, Just Cause 4, and instead of a trailer, they gave out they got an interesting detail of what's to be expected into the game, and it actually looks pretty interesting because now the visuals are more um for the now, so it's going to be rendered in 4K, obviously. Um, and there's new disasters, which they integrated a tornado now. So I guess randomly there's going to be a tornado, and that actually does look pretty cool. They showed off the visuals of that, especially with the tornado. It actually does look pretty promising. Then there's a couple of Walking Dead games that are coming out. One of them is Overkill's The Walking Dead, so it's a nice, interesting take on Overkill. And then next they showed off the final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead. Um, so this is it. This is their last season for the Telltale's Walking Dead, and it actually does look really really good. Um, Noita was the next game, and that's more like a 2D um um a 2D side. It's a 2D side scroller, which all the elements is simulated. So any damage, um, any cosmetic damage that the character makes, it's all there, and it's actually really really good with some nice retro graphics. So it is actually pretty good. Then they showed off 2D Hospital, and there was a little bit of a during the interview of what to be expected on 2 Point Hospital. Um, the developers were out there in their gowns and everything like that, and there was a technical error, and it was embarrassing. um, then they showed off another battle royale, which kind of looks like Fortnite in a way, and it's called Realm Royale. Um, very interesting, very interesting. Um, to be expected in that, and it does look really really interesting. Um, you get them craft weapons and stuff like that, and it actually does look pretty good, even though they're pretty much using the same the same art style and graphics as Fortnite. Um, it actually does look pretty cool. Next, they showed more of Oblets. Now, I believe they showed this last year um, at last year's E3, and it hasn't been released yet, and still has not. I don't think there has been a release date yet. Um, I assume it's going to come out later this year, if not early 2019. Um, then comes a sequel for NO 1880. Not really familiar with that game. Well, most of these games I'm not even really familiar of. But there is one game that did catch my eye, and it actually does look really good. And it's called Rapture Rejects. The trailer of it was hilarious. It was actually really really funny. And and then the last game they showed off was Hitman 2. Um, so I guess it's gonna be out for everything. Um, yeah, pretty much. I don't see it on Sony's list either because I'm actually sharing um, the notes I had for Sony for because this was a big show, and but nonetheless it was the show was pretty good. It had some pretty decent games. Um, not much to complain about as far as games can go, except for Maneater, that's questionable. Um, I'm actually looking forward to Rapture Rejects. That game actually does look pretty interesting, and the animation looks pretty cool on that spec as well. And I'm actually looking forward to that. There's like a lot of good games out there. Um, but yeah, Killing Floor 2 and Warframe I already have, so I'll be checking out their DLCs and everything. So it looks good because I have it for the PS4, so I'm definitely going to be checking those out. And Jurassic World, well, not really much to say because the game's already out now, and but the game does look really interesting. But but as I said, Rapture Rejects is definitely a game that really caught my eye, and it actually does look pretty good. Um, so yeah, it wasn't a bad show at all. Um, it was actually pretty good. I actually kind of the Walking Dead series I actually like. So that's another game I'm actually looking forward to checking out, as well as Just Cause 4. That because I played Just Cause 3, and I have Just Cause 3. Um, Nothing to complain about. I mean, it's decent, and everything. But Just Cause 4 actually does look pretty unique from its predecessor. So I'm actually looking forward to picking that up and everything. But overall, the show was actually really good. Um, had a lot of great games. Even though the audience didn't feel too um involved, as far as like, oh my god, that game is going to be so freaking awesome, the game's going to be awesome, and it was more like trying. I mean, there was like a few, like one of the MCs there, um, one of the one of the hosts, I forgot her name, and she said something really dumb. It was like it was during the Man Eater trailer. It was after the Man Eater trailer, and she's like, you know, that shark. She was like, that shark and I have have something in common. We both eat men. I'm like, really? I mean, really? I was like, I didn't. There were some people that laughed, but it was just like, why? you know. Um. So it was like a bad. That was like something. That's like something I would have said. But like it would be taken differently if if I said it in regards to a woman and everything like that. It's like I like to eat. You know. Um. It will be taken the wrong way. I'm sure. You know. I'm trying to keep this clean because we're supposed to be 13 and up. It's supposed to be teen and up here. But still, it was a corny one liner. It was like I was like, wow. Oh man. But and then with that botch for 2 point, during the 2 point hospital interview, it it was sad. It was sad because one of the guys that was wearing the doctor's outfit, he had a talking um to the host's tie. It was really really embarrassing, and I felt really bad. And there was some like you could hear people in the background saying his mic, it was like his mic is off, and I'm like, well, duh, you know what I mean? I tell you, but it was funny though. Um, but nonetheless, it was a good show, and like I said, a lot of good games there for you PC fans out there to not get bored. Um, So Steam's going to be on overload uh, by the end of this year, coming into early 2019. So you guys, you PC gamers out there, are going to be really really happy with the selections that that you all have purchased or downloaded for free. And so definitely worth checking out and everything. It actually does look really good. So anyways, that's all the time I have for today. It was a pretty quick video in spite of the many games that were showed off and everything. So I'm actually glad for that, and hope you all enjoyed this video. Comment below. What are you interested in seeing? Um, what game are you definitely interested on picking up for the PC? You PC gamers out there, you know this is your time to shine right now. So tell us what game you want. You were interested after watching the PC Gamer Show. Um, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247 to keep up to date of what video I'm going to be doing next. Well, there's not much left to do, and that's one more video before the uh, the closing show, which is the E3 wrap up, the official E3 wrap up. Um, where I tell who was the best in show, and as far as presentation goes, what was the best game coming out of E3. So we're gonna be I'm gonna be busy with that. So definitely worth checking out. Um, but tomorrow is gonna be pretty interesting, and we're also gonna do a top five um, on Friday's show as well too. So be on the lookout for that. Um, but yeah, um, and then of course, if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out after I turn off the camera. And while you're at it, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below on what PC game you're looking forward to picking up this year, and coming out of the PC gaming show, what game caught your eye, and definitely um, once again leave a like up there. Ringy dingy that bell so that you can keep up to date on when the next Channel X E3 special video I'm going to be putting up next. And well, there's only two more left, and obviously the next video I'm going to be doing is the uh, the big four. So definitely the four third-party developers. So the big one, followed by the wrap up. So but yeah, ringy dingy that bell. But more importantly, more than anything in the world, and will do me a great, and you be doing me a great favor. Face hug that subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace.